here on Lake Hodges, here in Escondido, California. A lot of recreational fishing, people doing this fly, kite board, wake board thingy. And this is the lake where some folks say there's a lake monster. They call him Hodgee. And they say that Hodgee, it's this sort of a Loch Ness monster type of creature. Some folks describe him as like a giant lizard kind of creature with a lizard-like head. Some folks say that nobody really knows what he looks like, but they can see evidence of him out there. They say that if you watch from those mountains overlooking this lake, you look down on the lake and see strange waves and wakes and agitation of the water in the lake that can't be explained by these winds coming in. There is a lot of wind here for sure. So, yeah, I'll tell you, it would make sense for people to see wakes and coming down from up those hills. And so, it could just be that. Some folks say they'll see strange bubbles coming up out of the water. You'll be looking at this calm surface of the water, and then some bubbles will just come bubbling up like something living deep down underneath. I talked to some local folks. Some people say it's all BS. Talked to one guy who said, no, it's BS just like all the other monster stories. Another guy said, no, Hodgee, they call it Hodgee, the monster. He said, no, Hodgee doesn't exist, but there's a great white shark out in the water. Kind of tongue-in-cheek. And so around here, a lot of people come out here just to fish, to boat around, all these recreational activities. It's really a nice, peaceful place. Not far from Escondido, but we're not far from the elfin forest that has a lot of its own supernatural legends too. But as I was reading up on Hodgee, the lake monster, some of the local legends, some of them say that even the road that goes along the edge of the lake, ranchers would be driving along in their pickup trucks years ago, and something would snatch cattle out of the back of their trucks. Something would steal a cow or steal a bale of hay out of the back of their truck, and then snatch it and then bring it back down into the lake to feed on. There really is a lot of wind out here, so that would make sense that people would see waves and see a little agitation in the water. So maybe that's all there is to it, or maybe there's something more to it. Some local folks think that it's a giant catfish. You know, catfish, they can grow enormous. I mean, they can grow to the size of this boat or even bigger. So there could be, or maybe there has been, a giant catfish or some other giant fish living out here in Lake Hodges. I talked to the bartender at a bar on the far end of the lake, and a bar called the Hernandez Hideaway. And he told me maybe there was a creature here years ago, but by now the lake has dried up so much. Mismanagement of the water supply and just climate and everything, it's dried up so much. He said, I don't know if that monster has anywhere to live nowadays. So I think there's a message in there for us all. Take care of the monster's habitat, even if the monster doesn't exist. I'm going to stay out here for a little while, keep watching the water, see if I see any strange agitation. I doubt it, though, with all of these recreational, I don't know what you call this thing. It's not kiteboarding, it's not wakeboarding, whatever the hell this sport is. There's a bunch of people doing it out here. So I would say if there's a lake monster down there, he's probably staying safely out of sight and staying deep down in the water, not wanting to be bothered by all of these sportsmen. And that does look like fun. I do not have the coordination for that. Right here, Lake Hodges, home of Escondido's own lake monster, Hodgee. Right out here in the wilderness just west of Escondido, California. There's the parking lot. We're here on the boat ramp. And the road coming down here is called Del Dios, literally of the God. Del Dios is the road coming down. There's another road that connects to the God road called Avenida del Diablo. And in fact, the original name of this, when this was a ranch, a land grant, during the Spanish colony and then independent Mexico, this was known as El Rincón del Diablo, the Devil's Devil's Corner. That's what they called the Escondido area, interestingly enough. Right here, Lake Hodges, home of Hodgee, Escondido's own lake monster.